What's up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome back to the channel where we're always diving deep into the biggest stories coming out of Frisco. As always, if you're excited to see this team continue to improve and chase that elusive 6th Lombardi trophy, smash that like button right now. It helps us keep the content rolling and gets this video in front of more Cowboys fans just like you. The Dallas Cowboys are making it crystal clear. They're not standing still. This team is in full focus mode, looking to sharpen every part of the roster. Whether it's fortifying the trenches or adding explosive weapons, the front office is hunting for solutions. And today, we've got not one but two massive stories that could shape the future of America's team. We're talking about a potential trade for Detroit Lions wide receiver Jameson Williams and the team's final decision on locking up Rising. Offensive line star Tyler Smith. These are the types of moves that separate playoff teams from championship contenders, so let's break it all down. All right, let's get into the fireworks first. With the NFL draft right around the corner, all eyes have been on who the Cowboys will pair with CeeDee Lamb in the receiving corps. We've seen names like Teddyrow McMillan and Matthew Golden floated around as top draft options. But now, a new name has hit the radar, and it's a big one. Enter Jameson Williams, wide receiver for the Detroit Lions and a former first-round pick out of Alabama. According to Clarence Hill, a respected Cowboys insider, there's growing chatter that Williams could be available via trade, and Hill didn't hold back. He called Williams the perfect complement to CeeDee Lamb. Let's pause right there. This isn't just a flashy rumor. It's a calculated suggestion based on real team needs, and it makes a ton of sense. Williams is heading into his 4th NFL season. Detroit is expected to pick up his 5th-year option, but that doesn't guarantee a long-term commitment. The Lions are stacked on offense, and there's a belief within league circles that if they get the right offer, they'd consider moving him. And the Cowboys? Well, they might be the perfect landing spot. Let's talk numbers, Cowboys fans. In 2024, Williams caught 58 passes for 1,001 yards and 7 touchdowns. He averaged 17.3 yards per reception. Let that sink in. That's elite-level explosion, the kind that can flip the field in a heartbeat. Now picture this offense with that kind of deep threat playing opposite CeeDee Lamb. Imagine Dak Prescott rolling out, scanning the field with Lamb breaking across. The middle and Williams streaking down the sideline. That kind of dual threat would open everything up, from the run game to the tight ends to the entire playbook. And let's not forget, Brandon Cooks is heading into the later stages of his career. If the Cowboys want to keep this passing attack dangerous for the next few years, they need youth, speed, and game-breaking ability. Williams checks every box. Sure, there have been concerns. Williams has had 2 suspensions, one for violating the NFL's gambling policy, but when he's on the field, he's electric. And maybe what he needs is a fresh start in a system built to highlight his talents. That system could be right here in Dallas. Now, we've got to talk cost. This isn't going to be cheap. Jameson Williams is a former first-round pick. He's young, and his ceiling is sky-high. But because of the uncertainty in Detroit about his long-term role, the Cowboys could potentially make a move without giving up a first-round pick. A second-rounder? Maybe a conditional third and a future mid-rounder? That's the kind of package that might get Detroit's attention, and for a player who could completely unlock this offense, that's the kind of risk you take if you're serious about contending. While the Cowboys front office evaluates splash moves at wide receiver, they've already made a critical decision on the offensive line. After the retirement of legends Zach Martin and Tyron Smith, the torch is officially being passed to the new generation of Cowboys linemen, and Tyler Smith is at the front of that line. The Cowboys are picking up Smith's 5th-year option, locking him in through the 2026 season with a projected price tag of $21.27 million, according to Cowboys insider Mike Fisher. A team source said this was one of our easiest decisions ever, and you can see why. Smith has started 47 games since being drafted in 2022, showing off incredible versatility at both tackle and guard, but more importantly, he's been dominant, earning back-to-back Pro Bowl nods and a second-team All-Pro selection in 2024. This is a guy who's not just filling a role, he's becoming a cornerstone, and Cowboys legend Tyron Smith agrees. At his retirement press conference, Tyron called Tyler the next great and praised his work ethic, leadership, and desire to be elite. That's high praise coming from a future Ring of Honor inductee, and it shows just how much faith this organization has in Smith to anchor the line moving forward. Let's take a moment to appreciate just how important Tyler Smith has become to this franchise. Drafted 24th overall in 2022, the Tulsa product came in with big expectations, and he's more than delivered. He's played multiple spots on the offensive line, shown elite versatility, and brought a rare combination of power and athleticism to the Cowboys' front five. He's already got a Pro Bowl appearance under his belt and has been graded by Pro Football Focus as a top 15 guard in each of the past 2 seasons. And now, with this 5th-year option, the Cowboys are signaling loud and clear, this is one of our cornerstones. According to Calvin Watkins of the Dallas Morning News, the team will pick up the option that locks Smith in for the 2026 season at $21.27 million, fully guaranteed. And honestly, that might be a bargain by the time he gets there. From emergency tackle to dominant guard now, let's talk about Tyler's journey, because it's one of those classic next man up stories that shows what the Cowboys culture is all about. When Tyron Smith went down with injury in 2022, the rookie Tyler was thrown into the fire, protecting Dak Prescott's blind side at left tackle. Not an easy job, right? But what did Tyler do? He held his own. More than that, he flashed serious potential as a long-term answer at the position. Still, Dallas always envisioned him as a guard, and that's where he's truly thrived. In 2023, with rookie Tyler Guyton stepping in at left tackle, Smith transitioned back to left guard and became an anchor in the run game and a wall in pass protection. That combination of flexibility and production is rare, and the Cowboys know it. Building around Smith, and what's next? This move to lock in Tyler Smith is just the beginning of what could be a much larger investment. Because let's be real, this isn't just about 2026. The Cowboys front office sees Tyler as a long-term building block and possibly the next great offensive lineman in the tradition of Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, and Larry Allen. Now, let's be clear. Picking up the 5th-year option doesn't mean the team has to wait to do a long-term deal. In fact, the buzz inside the Star is that a multi-year extension could be in the works before he ever gets close to playing under that franchise tag or testing free agency. And with Micah Parsons, CeeDee Lamb, and Dak Prescott all needing new deals, the Cowboys have a delicate balancing act to perform, but make no mistake, Tyler Smith is high on that priority list. The price of greatness. What will it cost? So let's talk dollars. Right now, the top guards in the NFL are earning over $20 million per year, and if Trey Smith signs a new extension with Kansas City, he could reset the market north of $23 million annually. That's the neighborhood Tyler Smith is entering. He's only 23 years old. He's durable, he's dominant, and he's still improving. If the Cowboys want to keep him in Dallas long term, and all signs say they do, they're going to have to pay like he's one of the best in the league. And you know what? He is. Just watch the tape. He moves defenders off the ball like a bulldozer, handles blitzes with ease, and sets the tone every snap. He plays with the kind of edge and intensity that Cowboys fans have always loved. The bigger picture, Cowboys O-line transition. We're witnessing a passing of the torch in Dallas. With Zach Martin and Tyron Smith now gone, a new era is officially underway, and Tyler Smith is the one carrying that legacy forward. You remember what Tyron said at his retirement press conference? He pointed directly at Tyler and said, "He has what it takes to be one of the greats." He set the standard that he wants to be great when he first got here, and he's increased in potential every year. That's not just praise, that's a blessing from one of the best to ever do it. Tyron sees it, the coaches see it, and now the front office is making sure Tyler stays right where he belongs, leading the way in the trenches. And with Guyton at left tackle, Tyler at guard, and the Cowboys investing in the future of the offensive line, this unit could become one of the most dominant in the league again within the next couple of seasons. So what do we have here? On one side, the Cowboys are solidifying the trenches by committing to a young star who could be a franchise cornerstone for the next decade. On the other, they're exploring a bold move to give their offense the kind of vertical threat that could finally push them past the divisional round ceiling. And here's what I love about both of these moves. They're aggressive, they're strategic, and they show that the front office isn't just sitting around hoping things fall into place. They're acting. They're building around their stars. Dak, CD, Micah, and surrounding them with the kind of supporting cast that can make a real playoff push. This is what you want to see in a franchise that says it's all in. So let's bring it back to you, Cowboys fans. Let's talk. Do you think trading for Jameson Williams is the right move? Would you give up a second-round pick for a WR with that kind of explosion? And how do you feel about Tyler Smith officially taking the baton as the new leader of the O-line? Drop your takes in the comments below. I read every single one, and I want to hear your thoughts. This is your team, your voice, and your community. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a breaking update. We've got tons of draft coverage coming, training camp insights, trade rumors, you name it. This is going to be a wild offseason, and I'll be right here with you every step of the way. Until next time, stay fired up, stay hopeful, and as always, go Cowboys.